The man stood on top of a 1,000-meter-high building, and without hesitation, he jumped. As he fell faster, the world around him began to change. Just as he was about to crash to the ground, he suddenly stopped and was yanked back by some invisible force. He traveled through time, 50 years into the past. His mission: find the beast, Boris, take him out, and save the Earth 50 years from now. According to the system's data, Will arrived at an amusement park, but quickly realized he was too late. The prophet tied to the defense system had already been killed. Will locked onto Boris's location, ready to shoot. But suddenly, a gun was pressed against his head. He turned around, and to his shock, it was a younger Jack. Will was overwhelmed with emotion and went in for a hug. But before he could reach him, he was knocked out cold. Turns out, young Jack didn't recognize him at all. When Will woke up, he found himself at the headquarters of the Men in Black. Jack started questioning him, and Will lied, saying he was a time traveler. He couldn't tell the truth, or everything would be ruined. He spun a web of lies, but Jack insisted on taking him for a checkup. And soon, Will was strapped into a memory erasing machine. If his memories were wiped, the mission would be a total failure. Just as the machine powered up, Will finally blurted out the truth about Boris. Jack immediately hit the stop button. Will told Jack they needed to find the defense system. Following the clues from the prophet, they ended up at a bowling alley to ask the owner about it. But the clerk refused to talk, and was soon provoked by an alien with 4 arms. Will snuck up from behind, landed a punch that knocked the alien out cold, and then took the clerk's head, forcing him to reveal the owner's whereabouts. When they reached the owner's office, they found the owner had already been killed by Boris. Jack had no choice but to call the headquarters, asking for the next target. Through more clues, they ended up at a ballroom, where they finally tracked down the alien. Gree had the ability to predict the future. He knew that Earth would soon be attacked, and that Boris would show up soon. No sooner had he said that, Boris burst into the ballroom, and in the chaos, Gree managed to escape. Will couldn't catch Boris either. At a bar, while discussing how to take down Boris, Will suddenly remembered something when he spoke to Gree. He overheard something about a baseball game 3 months from now. So, they quickly headed to the baseball field, and sure enough, they found Gree. Gree took them to watch the game 3 months in the future. Just then, Boris sped in on a motorcycle, grabbed Gree, and took off. Luckily, Jack had already prepared for this.